Hey, no hand signals. She'd rather run over you. You know, I hadn't seen anybody race in a diaper for a long time. Yep. I think Dad's going to get run over here in a minute. He said, I want to go play, Dad. I'm going to go move the cone. Yep. He says, I got a wedgie too. Kind of fix that, Dad. As they come down the front straightaway, going to be looking at the white flag. I think this is going to be her third victory in a row in the Power Wheel 6-volt division. Number 6 out here on the racetrack. Checkered flag as she picks up the feature win in the Heartland Missions and Motorsports 6-volt flag. Has Cricker in victory lane. She likes reverse better than forward. All right, Frankie, hang on. Let's hold that for me and look right there. Frankie, can you take me through that feature win? Now, she said, I'm not talking. I'm the shy, bashful type. She says, push that button, Dad. It won't go until you do. Horn won't work or nothing. Here she goes. Let's give Frankie Baker a big round of applause in Heartland Missions and Motorsports Kids Power Wheels victory. Okay. Bentley just a little bit forward. Bentley just a get out of the way. Go. Green flag in the air. They come down the front straightaway. Looks like Bentley's going to use the inside line. We're going high through turn. Contact between the two drivers as we're rubbing wheels as we go down the back straightaway, taking the extreme high line. Everybody running for cover. They keep going down to the cone. They got a long way to go down to the other cone on the back straightaway. As they get ready to make that turn, race fans. He about went too far. There you go. And look at the 52.5 coming to the front. Bentley says, move over, I'm coming through, as he is on the inside, down the front straightaway. He is going to try to look on the inside. There's some white flags in the air. One more time around. The Corvette looks to be fast. Jason Kidd in that Corvette. Oh, it didn't go around the cone. Did not go around the cone. Looks like Creed, the only one that did go around the cone. Now they got to run them down. Look at that green car in second place as she is trying to make the move as she goes through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Going to be coming to the checker. Again, Jason Kidd with contract. He tried to go to the infield and wipe him out. Bentley now standing up, doing everything he can. Looks like Jason Kidd. Did he miss the cone? Did not go around the cone, so he will be your 4th place car. Did not go around the cone. Your feature car number 22W, Creed Wilson. Let's get down here and see what Creed has to say about this big victory. Creed, you take the early lead. There was contact out here on the racetrack, but you held your line. You just take it. You're not going to take it. You picked up the win. Looky there. Look what you got. Let's look up here at the photographer. Get that picture taken. In victory lane, Creed Wilson. Good racing action throughout the field. Nice. The trophies for us. Thank you so much, Robbie.
You're welcome. I'll have Jewelry of Chillicothe for stepping up and supporting with the trophy, so I'm very thankful for that.
Nice job tonight. Nice job. Back racing, Power Wheels over. We got one more. You buckled in and ready.
I am. These drivers are as well as off of turn number 4. It's feature time at I-35 Speedway.
Down the front straightaway, Mick Ross going to lead them as we head into turn number 1. As he comes off turn number 2, 47 of Connor Mason are going to look on the inside. Side by side, the two Bowler Motorsports cars going at it as they head into turn number 3.
The 47X of Masoner, he looks to the inside of the 20X of Ross. Ross gets a little bit loose. He'll hang on to it. He'll collect the 21M of Murray. Murray will hang on to it but lose a lot of positions off of turn number 4.
Looks like Ross got a little too sideways, goes it back up, and he will come down, make contact with the 21M. He will have to regroup and make his charge back to the front. Man I'm watching is that car number 11 of Austin O'Neill.
Austin O'Neill is going to use the low side of the racetrack. The 47X of Masoner is up top. It's going to be the 47X of Masoner leading. Here comes the 20X of Ross. He's back on the high side.
The Carney Rocket making his presence felt as he will look on the inside. Austin O'Neill, he is a man way beyond his years. Young driver, third generation driver in that car number 11. As looks like the gamer tried to close the door, but O'Neill having nothing of it down the front straightaway.
This time by, it's going to be close at the line, but it's to the 47X of Masoner into turn number 1.
Here comes O'Neill slipping up the racetrack. He will gather it back up. That opens the door for Mick Ross. Let's just say 3 wide as we go down the back straightaway. Ross will try to take over that second position.
The 47X of Masoner up top. Now the 20X of Ross. He's down low. He'll get a good drive off of corner 4, but it's still the 47X of Masoner at the line.
Mick Ross going to be looking on the inside. Let's go 3 wide as we come off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The battle now between the 20X and the car number 11 as we head into turn number 3.
The 47X, he had to hit the brakes as the door was shut, and that'll move him back to third. As this time by at the line, it's going to be the 20X of Mick Ross.
Mick Ross led that lap. Here comes O'Neill again on the inside. Gets through 1 and 2 in pretty good shape, but here comes Ross back on the high side. 2 great drivers going at it up front. The future of our sport runs 1, 2, and 3 here at I-35 Speedway.
The 11 of Austin O'Neill, he gets a good run off of turn number 4, but at the line, it's going to be the 20X of Mick Ross this time by.
This is racing fans as they go back and forth, side by side, distinct different grooves out here on the racetrack, doing battle the best in the business for your racing entertainment.
The 20X of Mick Ross, he's going to come off of turn number 4 this time by. He'll get a good run, and he will have the biggest lead at the line anyone has had all race long.
As he is about a car length and a half, 2 car lengths ahead, but that went away in a hurry as we started into turn number 1. As Austin O'Neill still looking on the inside now, he will drift that car up, trying to look for more speed as he goes through turn number 3.
The 11 of Austin O'Neill, he still works the low side of the racetrack. He'll get a little bit loose off a turn at number 4. That'll lose him several car lengths as the 20X of Mick Ross. He's found the high side of the racetrack to his liking.
Mick Ross, he recovered from an earlier mishap, found his way back to the front, not looking back now as he is 3 car lengths ahead of the car number 11 O'Neill as we go through turn number 3.
The 20X of Mick Ross comes off of turn number 4. He has started to pull away from the 11 of Austin O'Neill. The 47X of Masoner runs 3rd, is back for 5th. 4th and 5th is the 5 of Kyle Rowland, and the 21M of Cletus Murray.
As the laps continue to wind down, 9 laps in the books that time by, as starting to pull away now is the car number 20X, that Bowler Motorsports car with Mick Ross behind the wheel.
The 20X has now got about 5 car lengths into turn number 1. He still runs the middle to high side of the racetrack. The 11 of Austin O'Neill, he runs the bottom. It's going to be between those two. Does the 11 of Austin O'Neill have anything for that 20X of Mick Ross?
Let's look back to that 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th spot. Throw a blanket over him as Cody King trying to find his way to the front. The 5 of Kyle Rowland and the 21M are side by side as the white flag comes out onto the speedway. As we go down the back straightaway, we're going to settle it as we come off turn number 4. Looks like Mick Ross clear selling in that car number 20X. No cars in front of him. He will be looking at the checkered flag and pick up that feature win, car number 20X of Mick Ross. Second place, what a drive by car number 11 of Austin O'Neill as he puts it into the number 2 spot. 47X of Connor Mason will come home 3rd. And
Mick, you were tapped on this today. Took a battle between that 11 and 47, but you found yourself here in victory lane.
Yeah, fun after I quit. Remember, I got to really baby it. Went a whole lot.
Anyone you'd like to thank to help you pick up this pure stock win tonight?
Oh, I got to thank Bowler Motorsports, Jet Racing, Cameron Engines, Firehouse Designs, Carson Masoner for being gone for the week and let me drive his car. And we had a racer in Maysville passed away this week, Brian Miller, and I'm going to give this trophy to his family this week.
And then one more question. Normally you're in your stock car for the race fans out there, I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, but what is the difference between the pure stock and the stock car?
These don't have quick steer, so like mine, it's about half a turn. I'm fully turned. This one, you go half a turn, and you're really not turning hardly at all. You come off the corners, you're really waiting for the power to kick in, and never does. And they don't quite bite like the stock cars.
Well, congratulations, and your pure stock feature winner, the 20X of Mick Ross. Logston unable to make the call, so we're going to be 6 strong here in the Grand National feature.
That started out with a big field, kind of dwindled after the heat races, but we are locked, ready to go. Always put on a good show as we're green, all 4.
The 36J of John Brown, he will get the hammer down here off of turn number 4. Him and the 71 of Walker, they're going to be side by side into turn number 1.
Travis Walker going to stay right in the middle of the racetrack. Good run for him as Brown gets a little bit loose. The man I'm watching, the 98 of Miller, as he will try to move into that second spot. And Donnie Brown, now your 4th place car.
The 36J of John Brown, he's going to fight back on the inside of the racetrack. He'll move into that second position. Good run off the corner for him. He's now challenging that 71 of Travis Walker.
Walker on the high side, Brown on the low side. 2 distinct lines as they go down the back straightaway. Walker looks like he has a preferred line, but here comes Brown back on the low line.
The 36J of John Brown slides up a little bit. He'll drop back down the racetrack, try to get a run off the corner, but it's still the 71 of Travis Walker out front.
Ronnie Miller, old Rockin' Ronnie, he will run in that 3rd spot. As over the bank goes Miller, bounces around. Looks like he is able to get it stopped on all 4 wheels as Yella comes out of the racetrack. Kind of a run, too. He will tag it to the rear of the field. As we're locked and loaded, race fans, Delaware double file restart. Leader starts out front all by itself. Second place car chooses high or low with John Brown choosing the inside.
Off of turn number 4, the 71 of Travis Walker will lead the field back to green as it's the Brown brothers racing for second. That will go to the 36J of John Brown.
Again, 71 of Walker. He jumps up the track using that high line to perfection. He will pull out to a big lead now. 3 car lengths on the 36 of John Brown as he settles in the second. And here comes Donnie in the 26 on the high side. Battle between the Lancaster, Kansas Brown brothers for that second and 3rd spot.
The 36J of John Brown, he's committed to the low side of the racetrack. The 71 of Walker and the 26 of Donnie Brown, they are committed to the high side. We'll see which one prevails as it's the 71 of Travis Walker out front.
And around goes John Brown. Nobody touched him, looped it on his own down in turn number 3 and 4. I'm sure he'll blame Donnie for it, though, but he did. All kinds of toppings to put on those sweet funnel cakes, so be sure to see them down at the funnel cake stand. As the lights are out, we're going green flag racing off turn number 4.
Off of turn number 4, the 71 of Travis Walker. He will lead the field back to green, but here comes the 26 of Donnie Brown. He's going to look to the inside into turn number 1.
Donnie Brown going to try to take that lead away from Walker, unable to make it work as Walker run that high line to perfection. And look at the 97 of Billy Hoover as he is going to be looking for that second spot. He and Donnie Brown going to be doing battle down the front straightaway.
It looks as though the top line has found some grip here at I-35 Speedway as it is coming in. It's the 71 of Travis Walker. He continues to run the high side of the racetrack. He'll pull away his issues over in turn number 2. The 98 of Ron Miller gets loose. He'll collect the 36J of John Brown.
Tough break for Brown. Nowhere for him to go as he gets that car side set in the comfort of air conditioned, climate controlled area. Be sure to see them about sweet tickets. So be sure if you would like to sit in the suites to see them, they will fix you up with a sweet ticket. So no need to sit outside if you don't want to.
The 71 of Travis Walker, he will start it early in turn number 3. He'll pull about a car length away from that 26 of Donnie Brown into turn number 1.
As we go through turn 1, off of turn 2, looks like Travis Walker has the preferred line. That car working to perfection. Donnie Brown not going away, though, as he is within car length now as they head through turn number 3.
All of the top 3 working the high side of the racetrack now off of turn number 4. Still going to be at about a car length between that 71 of Travis Walker and the 26 of Donnie Brown.
Brown going to be looking on the inside. He is within a half a car length now as we come down the back straightaway. Looks like Travis Walker got that car smooth and clean off of turn number 2. He will hang on to the lead.
Off of turn number 4, the gap's going to stay the same. The 26 of Donnie Brown, he runs second. The 71 of Travis Walker, he's out front. They're all the way at the top of the racetrack, inches away from going over the berm.
That is a game of inches. Like you said, Jacob, it's a go through turn number 3. Travis Walker on the high side, right up, putting that right rear tire right up on the berm as they come down the front straightaway. Walker still in control.
This time a little bit more breathing room for that 71 of Travis Walker. He's pulled about 2 car lengths away from the 26 of Donnie Brown. Now the 97 of Billy Hoover. He's found his way into the picture, is back there for 4th, the 36J of John Brown. He's going to work his way to the inside of the 54 of John Hansen.
Don't look back now. That car number 97 of Billy Hoover, he is looking into the picture as he runs 3rd in that McCarthy Chevrolet, car number 97. But up front, everybody chasing that 71 of Travis Walker as he has got it out front by about 4 car lengths now as we head into turn number 3.
The 71 of Travis Walker up there at the high side of the racetrack. 2 to go this time by the 26 of Donnie Brown. Still about 3 car lengths back into turn number 1.
Donnie Brown doing everything he can, but you got to think it's in his mind point racing. Travis Walker not in the point hunt. This would be a good point night for him as he would finish ahead of Billy Hoover, not willing to take the chances. As the white flag in the air one more time around for car number 71 of Travis Walker.
The 71 of Travis Walker on the high side of the racetrack. This time the 26 of Donnie Brown. He tries it down a little bit low. He'll bring it within a couple car lengths into turn number 3. He will go to the inside of the racetrack, try to find some grip. They're going to be side by side off of turn number 4. Donnie Brown going to give it his all, but it's going to be the 71 of Travis Walker picking up your grand national. 26 of Donnie Brown will finish 2nd. The 97 of Billy Hoover will come on 3rd. The 36J of John Brown will finish 4th. The rounding out.
Travis Walker, I understand you're still running the 2-barrel setup. Am I correct?
Yeah, same motor, same. It's a little different carburetor than last year, but it is a 2-barrel.
Yeah. A little bit different than what most of them have went to the 4-barrel setup and the 4-barrel situation. You choose to run the 2-barrel, but it does not seem to hinder your car in any way.
No, it's a big 2-barrel, so it you don't have that secondary kick in. So it's just what I'm used to.
Going to be a great battle each time you and Donnie Brown are on the racetrack, along with Billy Hoover. He was coming in a hurry on that high side. What great racing action here in the Grand National class.
Thank you.
Good job. Race fans, another round of applause. Driver of that car, number 71, Travis Walker. Yeah, I would, Roxy. Anybody can drive a half a lap.
As off of turn number 4, the 53 of Austin King will lead the field of green. As here comes the 121 of Schmidt. He now looks to the inside of the 15A of Anders.
Schmidt looked very fast in the heat race. As we go down the back straightaway, we got a 2-car battle for the front. Here comes the 53, Austin King, getting that car out front. That King coming to the front.
The 121 of Schmidt. He's now going to look to the inside off of turn number 4. It's going to be a dead heat at the line. Too close to a call. We're going to continue to battle into turn number 1.
As we go down the back straightaway, the car I'm keeping an eye on is that 15A of Anders as he has brought it to the front. That is Alan Anders in the 15A, making it work as he settles in the 3rd. But we got the 82 off the pace pulling into the infield.
The 121 of Eric Schmidt. He's now working to the inside. He slipped up a little bit. The 53 of Austin King. He now gets out front here at I-35 Speedway.
As King gets it away, 121 slipping, sliding a little bit. That's going to open the door for Alan Anders. He's going to look on the inside. He and Schmidt will be battling for 2nd into turn 3.
The 121 will sail it off into turn number 3. It'll stick. He's going to get away from that 15A of Anders now and try to chase after the 53 of Austin King.
King looking good as he takes that car through turn number 1, off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. King starting to pull away. Got that car working and under control.
The 53. He's got about a 4-car length lead over the 121 of Schmidt. Schmidt continues to throw it hard into turn number 3 to try to close the gap between himself and that 53 of Austin King.
King running a flawless race so far as he has got it working on the high upper side of the racetrack. Everybody following suit. Seems like the high line is what's working as you got a battle back in the pack between car number 33 and the 87 as they're going back and forth. That is Drew Tully and Danny Anders.
It'll be halfway this time by for the 53 of Austin King. He seems to have pulled away just a little bit from the 121 of Schmidt, who's got the 15A of Anders right on his tail. The 8 of Rocky Roads, he runs 4th.
As we go through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4, King still going to lead him, living up to that name. He is the king tonight. Will anybody dethrone him as he comes by the flag stand into turn number 1?
The 53 of Austin King. He continues to run the high side of the racetrack. That's where the top four, all they're running, the high side of the racetrack, as it's now going to be about 8 car lengths into turn number 3.
Smith gets a little bit loose. He gathers it back up as he goes through turn number 3, off of turn number 4, but Anders starting to close up, gets through 3 and 4 a little bit better than Smith does as the race is on. But out front, everybody chasing Austin King.
The 121. The 53 of Austin King. He will come off of turn number 4, this time by to get the 2 to go as the 87 of Danny Anders. He's pulled that car to the infield, and he will call it a night here at I-35 Speedway.
Tough break for Anders as we have lost 2 cars now as they set in the infield. But up front, the battle now is for that second, third spot. The 121 of Smith has second, but here comes Alan Anders. But out front, everybody chasing Austin King in that car number 53. It's a white flag in the air one more time around.
King has not put 1 foot wrong this entire race. He's going to go one more time around. Is off of turn number 2. It's about 8 car lengths for the 53 of Austin King.
As he goes through turn number 3, going to be coming off turn number 4. Race fans, let's give him a big round of applause as he will pick up his first feature win here at I-35 Speedway, Austin King. Second place be car number 121 of Eric Smith. Then comes car number 15A of Alan Anders. Then car number 8 of Rocky Rhodes.
It is. Oh, come on!
Again, car number 53 in victory lane. That is Austin King. He made a few.
Last 2 cars on the field will be the 21 of Bubba Beam and the 12H of Drew Huff. It looks like the 95 of AJ Sayers, the 50 of Leroy Morrison. They've chosen to start at the rear of the field as we're going to go green flag racing off of turn number 4.
As we get ready to rock and roll, green flag racing here at I-35 Speedway. Coming off turn number 4 is green.
They're going to be side by side. A good start for the 14 of Gary Ainsworth, but here comes the 05 of Derek Carney. He's going to work the high side of the racetrack.
46, he is going to work his way underneath. J.J. Baumlin coming from the back to the front. Car number 4, Emma Manley Lamar, and the 33 going at it as we head into turn 3.
The 75 of Randy Smith Jr. He's stuck deep in the field as off of turn number 4. Leader, lap number 1, the 14 of Gary Ainsworth.
Ainsworth's got it out front, but look at Derek Carney running that high line to perfection. How about Knight Rider Kit Bailey as he will run third, as we got J.J. Baumlin moving to the front in car number 46.
Up to 4th from 9th starting position. He's now got 3 more to pass to get up front, but he's going to have to pass 3 stout cars. This is the 14 of Gary Ainsworth out front, followed by the 05 of Derek Carney and the 77 of Kit Bailey.
Jeremy Kuhl is starting to slip back through the pack at 33, started toward the front, as looks like A.J. Sayers getting a little loose in turn 3 and 4, gathers it back up, but up front, no problems for Gary Ainsworth in the 14.
He's got about 2 car lengths now, and that 05 of Derek Carney is now the 46 of J.J. Baumley. He's worked his way into that 3rd place position, just 3 laps into the race.
Keep an eye on Baumley as he already has a feature win this year at I-35 Speedway, also US 36 Raceway. Now the battle shaping up in the front as caution, yellow on the racetrack as one goes over the bank. Saw him go over the bank down in 1 and 2. He will tag to the rear. That is Drew Huff. Lights are out. We're going racing as we come through turn number 3. Get us started, Jacob, as we come off 4.
The 14 of Ainsworth will lead the field to green as the 46 of J.J. Baumley with a good start. He's going to move into that 2nd position. He'll clear the 05 of Derek Carney into turn number 1.
J.J. Baumley able to run high, low, anywhere he wants to on this racetrack. Jason Nelson, let's make it 4 wide down the back straightaway. Jason Nelson will try to take over that spot as he drives under the 66 of Masoner.
We're going to try 3 wide up front for a minute. Here comes the 05 of Derek Carney. He hasn't given up yet. Now he's going to look to the outside of the 14 of Gary Ainsworth.
Derek Carney making that high line work as he and Ainsworth going to be battling side by side down the back straightaway. Derek Carney right on the back bumper into 3.
The 05 of Derek Carney. He will now get to the outside of the 14 of Gary Ainsworth. The 14, he gets a little bit of a push off the corner. New leader off of turn number 4, the 05 of Derek Carney.
Derek Carney, the quiet child, got that car out front, but here comes Baumley as Baumley has now found the high side as we go down the back straightaway. Ainsworth back to that 2nd position, and look at Randy Smith Jr. creeping into the picture.
The 46 of J.J. Baumley running the high line, this time maybe a little bit too high, as the 75X of Randy Smith Jr., he's now in the picture running 4th.
Well, we say too high, but Baumley did recover and stayed in that 2nd position that time by. As we go down the back straightaway, Baumley will now clear the 14 and settle into second, but here comes Ainsworth back on the inside.
The 46 can now set his sights on the 05 of Derek Carney, but don't forget about the 75X of Randy Smith Jr., last week's feature winner. He's working the high side of the racetrack. It's a 4-car battle for the lead.
Bobley knows he is going to have to beat Carney on the inside because he moves that car to the inside. Derek Carney in that 05 making it work here tonight. Got it on the high line to perfection down the front straightaway. Shocker Chassis getting it done here tonight by the flag stand into 1.
4 laps to go. This time by the 05 of Derek Carney out front trying to win his first feature race for the 46 of J.J. Bonley, the 14 of Gary Ainsworth, and the 75X of Randy Smith Jr. They want to have something to say about it. Here comes the 13 J. Jeffrey Sears. He's now in the picture running 5th.
A.J. Sayers loops it down in turn number 1 and 2 right in front of the leader, so we will bring out the yellow. Lights are out, race fans. We're locked, and we're going to wrap this one up with 4 laps to go as we head into turn number 1. Jacob pull in belts tight, and let's take us off turn number 4.
Off of turn number 4, the green flag will fly here at I-35 Speedway. The 05 of Derek Carney will lead the field back into turn number 1.
Good start by Carney as he will take that high line too high as he slips. That's going to allow a 4-way battle down the back straightaway. I got to know something. Did you even lift through 1 and 2 when those guys got under you? You never lift, did you?
No, I didn't.
Held it to the floor. I tell you what, you got a lot of people you want to thank. Let's get up here where this microphone works better because I want everybody to hear this. Take that race.
Well, the car felt...
Get over here. We're going to make sure everybody hears it.
The car felt really good, and I was just running where I felt it was right. Big thanks to Daniel Lee Harris and Kojak and all the other people that have been telling me to run the high side. I'd like to thank Cooters Plumbing, Anderson Trucking, Bearded Plumber, Kissick Construction, Steve's Tires and Auto, Compton's Liquidation. Big thank you to Shocker Chassis, my mom and dad, and everybody for coming out here.
Great job behind the wheel. Spoken like a true champion behind the wheel tonight. Great job, Derek. Race fans, another big round of applause. The quiet child, Derek Carney.
As off of turn number 4, we're going to go green flag racing here at I-35 Speedway. The 2 of Jason Billups will lead the field into turn number 1.
As we go through turn number 1, it looks like Jason Billups has the preferred line on the outside, but here comes the 51 of Mark Billings on the inside of Brown. We got a 2-way battle for that second spot as we head through 3.
The 2 of Billups. He's out front of the B20 of Brown. Gets really loose off of turn number 4. Hill will slide back to 4th. The 51 of Billups is now in to that second position.
Bobby Lane, he will be the beneficiary as he will settle into that 3rd spot. Battle for the lead. Looks like Mark Billings will take over that top spot, but here comes Billups back on the outside.
It's the 2 of Billups on the outside, the 51 of Billings on the inside. New leader, the 51 of Mark Billings.
Looks like Billups is going to continue to run that high side as Billings now with a big lead. 3-4 car lengths as go down the back straightaway. As second place, Billups has now got Bobby Lane to contend with.
The 51 of Mark Billings. He runs the inside of the racetrack. That's where all 6 of the Midwest Lightning Sprints are running. Someone is going to have to try the outside if they're going to want to catch that 51 of Mark Billings.
Liquid powder coat going down the back straightaway. Mark Billings, everything under control. The 2 of Jason Billups run second, but keep an eye on that 01 of Bobby Lane, the Hall of Famer.
This time around, there are about 4. There's about 4 car lengths between the 51 of Mark Billings, the 2 of Austin. Is the yellow flag will come out here at I-35 Speedway. We're hearing them.
Understand it's New York, but we'll see. Ryan Seacrest in car number 94 out.
Off of turn number 4. We're going to go back to green flag racing. It's the 51 of Mark Billings. He will lead the field back into turn number 1.
Jason Billups in that. As around goes Billings, your leader loops it in turn number 2, bringing the yellow flag out on the racetrack. Turn number 2 as he is on the gas coming off turn number 4.
The 2 of Jason Billups. He will use the high side of the racetrack to lead the field back to green. Here comes the 01 of Bobby Lane. He looks to the inside into turn number 1.
Bobby Lane not fooled, and here comes Tom Brown looking on the outside of the 01, unable to make that work. As the battle now is for second and third on the racetrack, as here comes Brown again using that high line to perfection. He will take over that second spot as we come down the front straightaway. New second place car, Tom Brown.
The 2, Jason Billups. He has started to set sail from the rest of the Midwest Lightning Sprints. He's got about 8 car lengths down the back straightaway. The battle is still for second. The 0-1 of Bobby Lane. He looks to the inside of the B20 of Tom Brown.
As we come down the front straightaway, battle now is still for that second, third spot as they're side by side. Brown will be in the second spot that time around. Everyone chasing Jason Billups in that car number 2 as he goes down the back straightaway.
The battle is still for second. The 0-1 of Bobby Lane. He uses the low side of the racetrack. The B20 of Tom Brown. He uses the middle. Who's going to get the drive off the corner? It looks like it's going to be the B20 of Tom Brown. He has second that time by
only a front bumper is all he had that second position. He slips up. That's going to open the door for Bobby Lane. Lane will now take over that second spot as here comes Brown back on the outside. Lane is committed to that low line, and he is going to make it work as he will be in the second place. That time by 3 car lengths into 1.
The 2, Jason Billups. He's out front. Now that the 0-1 of Bobby Lane has cleared the B20 of Tom Brown, he will set his sights for that 2 of Jason Billups, but the gap might be too much as we have just 3 laps to go off of turn number 4.
Once Jason Billups got out front, he set sail in that car number 2. Tough break for Mark Billings. He appeared to be the car to beat, spinning out in turn number 2, but up front, everybody's chasing car number 2 of Jason Billups.
This time around, off of turn number 4, it'll be 2 to go for the 2 car of Jason Billups as the battle still rages for second. The 0-1 of Bobby Lane. He's holding off the B20 of Tom Brown.
Hinchcraft race cars out front in that car number 2 as Billups going to lead them into turn 3. White flag going to be in the air this time by.
The 2 of Jason Billups. He's used the low side of the racetrack for the last several laps. He gets the white flag. The battle is still for second. It's the 0-1 of Bobby Lane still holding off the B20 of Tom Brown. Just 2 more corners to go for the 2 of Jason Billups.
As they go down the back straightaway, Jason Billups going to work it through turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4, he will hold on to the lead. Nothing but clear racetrack. Checkered flag in the air for Jason Billups in car number 2. Second place, car number 0-1 of Bobby Lane. Third place, B20 of Tom Brown. Fourth place, 51 coming back from that spin out. That is Mark Billings.
Then second, and then on start the 51 of Mark Billings. He spun around. That gave you the lead, and then from there on that, you just set sail and were able to pick up the feature win tonight.
Yeah, we just tried to hang on to it and made some pretty good adjustments, and it worked out. And just glad I kind of got by him there. It was pretty close there when I went under him.
Anyone you'd like to thank tonight that helped you pick up your win?
I just want to thank my dad and EMI, Hinchcraft Chassis, Edgar's Transmission, Fusion Graphics.
Congratulations, and thank you for coming to I-35 Speedway. Your Midwest Lightning Sprints feature winner, the 2 of Jason Billups.